Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Johnee and I'm back with another video. Okay, so guys, initially I was just going to do all 10 mental health snacks in one video. So I don't have a second intro for part 2. So for the sake of having an intro, the same intro for part 1 is going to be used for part 2. And then we're going to get right back into it and start with mental health snack number 6. I hope you enjoy. Thank you guys. So today's video is going to be a little different than what I usually do. Today is going to be more about mental health. Back in October, November, I did about 10 days of a clean thinking series, and it was called Johnny's Mental Health Snacks Clean Thinking Series. I'm going to do more of these more often, but I did it on Instagram and Facebook. So what it was is I had 10 tips just for clearing your mind and correcting some old habitual thinking that causes errors in our day-to-day life and creates anxiety and the depressed hopelessness feelings. So that's what I did. So I just want to go over these tips. I think they'll be great for all that we're trying to accomplish this year. All that I know I'm trying to accomplish, they're great for me. Everyone could really utilize them all to make sure we get going and get out of our heads a little bit. So this series is a little bit for my overthinkers, the ones who are hard on themselves. So before I get into this video, please like, comment, and subscribe and share this video. Yeah, so let's get into this. Clean thinking snack number 6. Mistakes are not indicative of defeat. Yeah, I used to hate, or actually, yeah, I'm gonna say I used to hate making mistakes. Now I just prefer not to make mistakes. But that's because I was looking at it all wrong. Mistakes aren't indicative of defeat. Mistakes are indicative of you're learning and growth. Like, if we don't make mistakes, we never grow. We need correction. We need instruction. We're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect. Like, we need to make mistakes because we got to learn from something. So let's change that thought pattern of, oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I'm horrible. I'm not good at it. No, you're normal. That's why you made a mistake, because you're normal. You're imperfect and you're a human. That's why you made a mistake. And we have to change that thought. We have to challenge it and change that thought. We're going to make a mistake. I'm going to make a mistake. Matter of fact, I made a lot of mistakes in this video and you probably seen them. No, but we're going to make mistakes. Make them an opportunity to grow. Like, my issue was I used to let mistakes paralyze me. I would make a mistake, be so hard on myself, beat myself up to the point where I wouldn't do anything. I would shut down. And what am I doing when I shut down? Nothing is getting done. I'm not making any progress towards any of my goals, or I'm not helping anybody. I'm not helping myself. Like, it was just, I was paralyzed pretty much. We can't allow that to happen. We make a mistake. Let's evaluate it. Okay. What can I do better at next time? Okay. What does this mistake actually mean? Where did I go wrong? Okay, I went wrong here, but that doesn't mean I'm not intelligent, but that doesn't mean that I'm not capable of doing it right, but that doesn't mean that I'm horrible, but that doesn't mean anything but that I'm human. Mistakes mean nothing but you're human. So keep pushing. The next mistake you make, be like, all right, and learn from it so you won't do it again. Okay. And obviously some mistakes come with like some emotional pain. Some mistakes, it seems to be like heavier than others, but even those, it still does not mean you're horrible. It just means you're human, no matter how big or small it is. There's some things that I've done, mistakes I made in my life that look, looking back, I'm just like, what was I thinking? How did that affect it affect people? It affected myself greatly. Like, I look back and I'm like, but that's what we have to do. Like, we make some mistakes that are pretty heavy, and the residual consequences, feelings and all that are left over after making it can be pretty heavy, but we have to remind ourselves that we can't escape mistakes. It happens. Ask anybody. If they say they never made a mistake, they're lying. They're lying. Clean thinking snack number 7. Increase your self-awareness. This is very important. We got to know ourselves. We got to know our strengths. We got to know our weaknesses. We got to know our likes. We got to know our dislikes. Do some self-exploration activities. Figure out what it is that you like. Even identify the root causes of behaviors, and just do some like worksheets. There's a lot of worksheets online that you can do to kind of explore what you like, what you don't like, what you're good at, what you're bad at. Get to know yourself. And when you really get to know who you are, nobody else can tell you who you are, and you'll be more confident because you'll know what you're good at. You'll be confident in yourself because you know who you are, you know what you're supposed to do, you know where you're going, you know what you want. And then when you figure out your strengths, utilize them to overcome your weaknesses. Let's use your pulling your strengths to accomplish your goals. And then when you know this, and then you dig deeper, know the root causes of behavior, thought patterns, feelings, it'll be easier for you to be able to change certain patterns in your life, cyclical behavior, things you feel like you're in a cycle with that you're trying to break out of. It'll be easier once you know yourself, what you're good at, what you're bad at, thought patterns that are ineffective. It's going to be easier, and then you're going to continue on your path to self-actualization, right? I had to do this too. All this stuff is applicable to me. All this stuff I'm dealing with or have dealt with. So yeah. Clean thinking snack number 8. Embrace your differences. We are created the way we're created for a reason. God created us like this for a reason. Like, if you like to dance, dance. If you like to sing, sing. If you like math, be a math teacher or be a mathematician, be a statistician. Do what you want to. Like, we are all created this way for a reason. And no matter what you're skilled at is valued and needed somewhere. There isn't a person who isn't good at anything. And we all need each other. We all need what you have. We all need your math skills. We all need your empathy. We all need your time management skills. We all need your singing. We all need your dancing. We all need your teaching skills. We need it. We need it. And I just want to say this too, because although we are all different, although we should embrace our differences, we got to make sure that we always acknowledge that there is room for growth. We're imperfect. Again, earlier I mentioned we're human. We're bound to make mistakes, and we are all different, right? But we can't say, that's just the way I am. No, we have to grow and improve and be better, a better version of ourselves. We can't stay in one place. We always have room to grow. I want to highlight that. Like, embrace your difference, but remember, we have room to grow. We always have room to grow. We always need to change. We always need to adapt to different things, different environments, anything. Like, remember, we always have room to grow, but embrace who you are, what you love, what you don't like, all of that. We also want to make sure that we adjust our behaviors for the safety and well-being of ourselves and others too. So we want to embrace our differences, but if our differences are hurting us, like if some of our personality characteristics are hurting us and hurting others, not like, oh, we told someone the truth respectfully and they just don't want to accept it, so I got to stop being truthful. No, not like that. But if we're really saying some things that are really deeply hurting people and us, and they're just rude and mean and hurtful, then we got to change these things. I mean, so embrace your differences, but there's some things we do got to change. Be you and be willing to change. Not who you are, but some of the behaviors and things that you may do that are ineffective for you being the best you can be. Clean thinking snack number 9. Set realistic goals. All right. That's my New Year resolution. And I know my New Year's resolution is a goal within a goal, but set realistic goals. Like, we got to be real with ourselves. If we had 3 hours of sleep and we say we're going to complete 20 things in that day and we still have to work, Is that realistic? I mean, sure, we could probably do it, but let's be real with ourselves. Let's really try to not stress ourselves out to the max. Like, let's break it up, put some goals on another day, like, and get more sleep next time. Sleep, like, you know, go to sleep at a good time. You know, I used to do stuff like that and then be mad at myself when I'm not completing the goal because it's not realistic. I got to be real with myself. You got to make sure that I'm giving myself enough time to really complete the goal, and don't be afraid to amend the goal. I did this last week. I set up my goals for the week and spread some things out that I wanted to complete, like, throughout the week, some stuff that I wanted to complete throughout the week. And it was like, I had to complete the first one to get to the second one. It was like a progressive goal thing. And I was putting them throughout the different days. And I really, you know, did my best to try to do the first one, but I couldn't. Like, when I say, like, I really accomplished a lot of goals, but that one I just couldn't get to, which is okay. I had to make sure I, you know, remind myself that it's okay. Then I started to get down on myself like that, you know, it's day 2 and I haven't did the first one and I still got the other ones to complete throughout the rest of the week. Then by the time in the week, I didn't do any of those things. I did some of my goals, but any of those goals, and I was supposed to complete like 6 or 7 and I have to do them in order. It's really hard to explain, but I got mad and I'm like, then the revelation kicked in. Is like, you can amend the goal. Like, I should have just went back and said, okay, I didn't complete it that day, but let's start this over. Let's put the first one on this day now. Then let's move over to the second one on this day. And then, you know, we can amend the goal. So set realistic goals and don't be afraid to amend the goal. It's okay to amend the goal. It's okay. It's all right. Okay. And last but not least, clean thinking snack number 10. Your feelings are always valid. All right. No matter what anybody says, what you feel is right. There's no right or wrong feeling, and feelings aren't a bad thing. Like, feelings are what we experience. You can't say, if you're angry, people can't say you're wrong for being angry. You can't be wrong for being angry. The issue is the behavior that comes after the feeling. The issue isn't the feeling itself. There's never anything wrong with your, like, true feelings, like being angry or, you know, being sad or offended or any of that. You really feel like this and you feel like that for a reason. But now let's explore it. Let's dig deep. Let's figure out why we feel this way. And not only that, let's make sure that we still respond to the feeling appropriately and responsibly. Like, if we're angry, there's nothing wrong with that. But then if we go punch someone in the face because we're angry, there's something wrong with the behavior. So just remind yourself that your feelings are always valid. No one can tell you can't feel a certain way, but they can correct the behavior after the feeling. Because now that can be right or wrong, or that can be hurtful or harmful, you know, and there's consequences to that. But your feelings, no. You have a right to feel the way you feel. So be careful what you do with your feelings. Be careful how you respond to things. Although our feelings are valid, we have to remember that our perception of the events may not be. So sometimes we can interpret the things that we see based on past experiences, which leads to a specific feeling. Feelings are still valid, but our perception of the events weren't. So remember that too. So you also want to sit and really evaluate what happened. For example, if someone says, I don't like when you say that to me, you might feel offended. I don't know. We might feel offended. But they're not saying I don't like you. They're not saying you're a bad person. They're not saying you're mean. That what they said is simply what it is. I don't like when you say that. We have to make sure that we're evaluating what's really going on and utilize facts instead of assumptions, but your feelings are still valid. All right, so this concludes my video. I hope that you guys understood what I was saying. I hope you guys get this, and I hope that they're helpful for you all. They're helpful for me. So I really hope this helps you kind of, like, you know, think, you know, clear your mind, you know, prevent yourself from being over-analytical and just worrying. I know this helped me greatly. These tips help me. This isn't the last time I'm gonna do clean thinking. The clean thinking series isn't over, and Johnny's mental health snacks isn't over. There's other series that I'm gonna start as well. So please look for it on Instagram at __Johnee __ and Twitter, which is the same thing. So please, 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 if you enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you know anyone who needs this, please share this with them. You see the posts that I made on Instagram, so share that with them as well. Share this and hashtag Johnny's JMHS Clean Thinking Series, Johnny's Mental Health Snacks. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon. I've been experiencing any negative thoughts or emotions about you, your life, past, present, or future, substances and or others that affect your day-to-day life. It is okay. You're not alone. Honestly, you are not alone. There are people out there who can help you manage and or heal. If that is you, contact your local health department, community services, or insurance, and they can direct you to the right place to seek help. If you are experiencing intense negative thoughts or emotions now, please feel free to call the free and confidential National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255 or text HOME to the National Crisis Text Line at 741-741 in the U.S., 686-868 in Canada, and also 85258 for Canada. And call 911 if there is an emergency or imminent danger.